Hi, this is Mrs. Carter. Great start on your Unit 8 test. I just want to go over a few things really quickly regarding this test and then also touch on some final exam information. So when you're taking your Unit 8 test, don't forget before you take the test to look over key terms. So these are located in the introduction of the unit itself. You can click on that, Intro to the Unit, and there's a whole list of key terms. So these are all important vocab terms that you need to know, and it would be beneficial to you if you review those before the unit test. Maybe even make flashcards for those. But the vocab is really important in this class, as you can tell, and the vocab is going to be really important on the final exam as well. The other thing, and you probably know this by now, but I do encourage students to try the test twice. So the first time you can take it and then you can see how you do. Go back and review key terms, go back and review your unit quizzes or assignments, and then try the test again. This gives you more practice with the questions and usually improves your grade too. The computer always takes the highest of the two grades, so you have no worries if you happen to do worse on the second attempt than the first attempt. And then finally, don't forget about the extra credit that's offered in this unit as well. So there's a study guide, and that's located in the updates, the first update for Unit 8. There's also interactivity games throughout the unit that you can do. Take a screenshot, put all of those in a Google Doc, and send those to me. So some of you may have been doing this the whole time, throughout the whole unit. If you haven't been doing this throughout the whole unit, you can still turn in all of this extra credit right before the final exam. So going back through all of those study guides, finding all of those in the updates, completing them and sending them to me not only will earn you extra credit, but it's also a great way to quickly review everything that we've learned in this class over the whole semester. And finally, just a brief word on final exams. So your final exam is coming up really soon. Just so you know, all of the classwork is due by the end of finals week. So Friday, all of your work is due. If you're going to turn in any extra credit, that is due the day of the final. So extra credit stuff is meant to help you prepare for the test. It's not meant to be a padding for your grade. So after your final exam, if you see that your grade is still borderline, maybe it's a 79 and you want it to be an 80, then you still have a chance to go back and redo classwork. You can't turn extra credit in to try and raise your grade at that point. And go into the final exam tab for some great prep activities for the final exam. These are all worth extra credit. You can earn a ton of extra credit at this point. And it all is really great review stuff to help you get ready for that final. So don't forget that your final exam is proctored, so you need to set up a time and date with your site coordinator to do that. Also remember that no outside devices can be used on this. You also can't look things up on the computer while you're taking the final exam. No notes are allowed. So all of this is done through memory. I will have a review that talks about the essays and stuff that are due for the final. And so you can look for that. But one way to prepare for it is to go through all of your past quizzes and look at those essays. There are 5 essays on the final exam, and they're all ones that you've seen already. But if you had to do some outside research for some of the F8 essays in this class, you may want to go back and review those because you won't be able to use any outside resources during your final exam. So great job in this class, and nice job on the test, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.